Hey guys, Jeremy with Bob's Exotic Reptiles. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're not going to do too much stuff with ball pythons because we're going to give these guys an upgrade. These are my two of my smaller Rhino iguanas. Let's see if I can get this to focus in. Okay, here's one of our other Rhino iguanas, our larger one. She's about 1.5 years. She's doing pretty good. This is her big enclosure here. And I also keep some redfoots in here. We're gonna go ahead and get some water set up in here, and we're gonna go ahead and move these baby rhinos into their new enclosure and see how they like it. Now, being outside with the sun, these guys are a little flighty. You know, when it's cooler out and they're not warmed up or anything, they're a lot much easier to handle. But being out here, and I just brought them outside here the last few days, so it's kind of a new environment for them. So yeah, they're a little flighty, so you'll see that as I try to grab them, and hopefully you don't get one that escapes. So stay tuned. Alright, so now I'm going to attempt to grab these guys, which are making me a little nervous because if they get out, there ain't no catching them. So let's see if I can try to grab them. Let's see, maybe the... Get this guy. Okay, alright. This is the male.
Not as bad as the normal.
Yeah, this is the male. See how he's flighty? He's a little warm right now. He's been outside, but let's see how he, let's put him in this new place. Hopefully he kind of stays in the back. I don't know how well you can get that through that screen there.
I can see.
But there you go, buddy. Nice big enclosure for you. Alright. I'm gonna go grab the female. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of hide for the first few hours. Now for this girl. She's not so bad. But yeah, this cage is kind of nasty. This is only 3 or 4 days without cleaning, but it's been outside and stuff. I'm gonna pressure wash it up real good. So yeah, she's kind of shedding right now. Come on, settle down.
All right.
Settle down. All right, there we go. Calm down. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, she's definitely gonna shed. I'm shedding it out. Here's your new home. Enjoy. They look so small.
I know. Oh, at least they're together.
They're gonna explore a little bit, check things out. Hopefully they figure out where the food is. They're two separate sides of the cage.
Well, one's over there just in case, and I'll fill it up.
Alright, so now I'll come over here. And another thing with this cage here, I don't even know the brand name of this, but it was held together by these things here, and they pop off so easy. So what I did is I zip tied everywhere there's a connection. So if these for some reason came off, the cage is still put together. You know, if it fell over or something like that, it'll still hold together. So, all right. So now this cage is all empty. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up. I do have a nice little pressure washer where I can get it real good, but let's go check out. I see one of my tortoises are out. We're gonna go in my larger Rhino iguanas enclosure, and you can see I have one of my redfoots checking things out. Anytime I'm in or around here and just start talking or something, these guys start coming out. There's 4 of them, and they're not very big. See, I'll see if I can try to zoom out so you can get it. So that's my hand. So not very large. Got some more growing to do. But yeah, I got some live plants in here. Got a little water fountain in there. That green is kind of stained. I took a wire brush to it one time, which was a mistake, and ever since I did that, it made the bottom very coarse so it holds that the algae. I mean, I can come in here with a brush and like a plastic bristle brush and scrub it, and it just doesn't come off very good. I don't want to bleach it or anything, but I do think when I build my other enclosure and move these guys into there, I'm going to drain this and let it dry and maybe sand it real good, and then repaint it with that we use some kind of, I can't remember the name of it, but it's made for ponds and any like pools and stuff like that, so it's a special paint. So I'm going to go ahead and resand it and repaint it and just make sure I don't use a wire brush next time. Let's see, Pippi, she's over here in the corner right now. Get in there and get a picture. There she is. Yeah, she's over there. She's in that corner because we're on the outside of the cage right there. And she's always listening on us and seeing what we're up to. Very curious. But, alright. Let's see. Here's the other guy. They have a temporary hide right now. They're all getting moved to the new enclosure, and when I do that, I'm going to use something, you know, some kind of like a log cabin look type hide for them, and I'll have like a heat pad in there, so if it gets cold I can just plug in the heat pad for them. But yeah, these guys are really cool. I can sit in here. I have that bucket that I sit on. I need to get something a little better looking, but I can sit in here for hours and just watch all these reptiles in here. Alright, let me go clean that other cage up and we'll go from there. And just like that, pressure washer, that's the way to go. I use it for my rodent tubs. It works excellent. I highly recommend it. Okay, so we got these guys all set up in their new enclosure. Got it all cleaned out. Did a couple modifications. Still got some tools on top. I'm sure as we go, we're gonna be adding and changing some stuff here. But for now, this is what we have. And hopefully they do pretty good together in the same enclosure. Like I said earlier, they were in that smaller enclosure together and they were doing really well, and then after, I don't know, a month or two, he just started, it seemed like he was kind of, I don't think he was bullying her, but he would like not allow her to eat or something. She started looking like she was losing weight and all that, so we separated them, and then she really came back. This is her right here. I can't really tell how well this is coming in because it's bright with the sun in my eyes. It looks like it's kind of, because of the cage, it's not allowing it to focus because she's beyond the cage. But yeah, they seem to like it so far. Of course, they're going around tasting everything and checking things out. That's the male down there. So we'll keep an eye on them. Hopefully they both can stay in the same enclosure. And this is temporary. This is going to be just until they get a little bit larger. And actually this big enclosure right here that has our 1.5-year-old Rhino iguana is going to be going to a new one that is not built yet, but it's going to be over in this location here where all the mess is. And then these two guys here are a guy and a girl. These are my smaller Rhino iguanas. They're in their new enclosure, and again, I apologize if this video is not looking very good. It's very bright. The sun's kind of in my eyes, and the screen on the camera is very small, so I can't see how well it's coming through. In the back there, you can see, I think he's the male on the wall there. But they were checking it out, kind of walking around, hanging out on top of the shelves here that we have for them. They're kind of running around now because we're over here setting up this cage.
She's inside the circle.
No, I don't see her in there. Nah, she moved around. She's somewhere else now. But anyways, these are their new temporary enclosures until their really, really big one gets finished. And here's this guy.
It'll house them for a while, though.
Yeah, I think they're going to be happy in here. Okay. And here's this female, man. She like really, really brightens. It's really green, like almost a glow-in-the-dark green. We're just checking things out. And here's our big girl, Pippi. She's kind of peeking out.
Seeing what we're doing.
She hears us talking. She's just checking up on us. But anyway, this was our Monday project, and I appreciate you guys watching. And any upgrades that we do, or when I start building that larger enclosure, I'll try to remember to take some good footage of that. Thanks for watching.